My dad is forcing me give my kidney to my grandma. My grandma needs a kidney transplant. She just started dialysis maybe like 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure. My dad got checked if his was a match but it wasn't. A couple of days ago he said I should also get checked if mine could be suitable. I immediately said no because I don't want to. I never liked my grandma. She always treated my mom like shit, abused her when she was younger, so I kinda hate her. Also, she's a smoker. My dad got super offended and upset. People around me are saying I should do it for my dad, but I don't want to. Also, how can I tell my dad no in the nicest way possible? Without sounding like I don't care. My dad is forcing me give my kidney to my grandma. Under no circumstances give up a kidney. From a man with only one left. You need them both. If he takes you to get tested, tell them that you're being pressured and that you don't want to do it. The doctors will say no, or tell him they tested you and that you're not a match. Don't, you're 23, you're going to have a lot of life value lost if you do it. I also don't personally know any doctors who would advise a 23-year-old to give their kidney to a 73-year-old. He can't force you to do anything. You're an adult. You said no. Don't let him try to guilt you into anything. I wouldn't do anything for my grandmother on my dad's side either. Your dad literally cannot force you. The medical staff will not allow it to go through if they believe you're not doing it or your own free will. That is even if you are a match. The likelihood that you would be if her own biological child is not is probably even lower. Do not let him guilt trip you into anything. You are an adult. You do not have to do it. You tell him that you will get checked and that you are not a match. Tell those people around you to go get tested and see if they're a match for your grandmother instead, and watch how fast their tune changes. It's easy to tell someone to go do something if you don't have to do it yourself. Tell your dad no, he can feel upset all he wants, but it will change nothing on your end. Do not give up your organs. Don't do it. You will regret and resent if you do. Not worth it at all. What 73-year-old would take a kidney from their grandkid? I'm 65 and I'd never do that. Continue to say no firmly and refuse to get tested. He can't force you. Don't do it. Your life will be forever changed by this. It can have lasting health implications. What if you've inherited whatever caused grandma's kidney failure? My best friend died in his 30s after donating a kidney. Tell your dad to sign up to be a part of a chain donation. He'll give his to a stranger in exchange for another stranger to donate to grandma. Yeah, I'd say fuck that. When it comes down to choosing between being nice and being clear, chose being clear. He can't make you. You don't want to. No is a complete sentence. You're 23. Your dad can't make you give a kidney to anyone. Say no. If you go to be tested, tell them that you are being coerced and don't want to donate. The medical personnel can find any number of reasons to disqualify you. Just lie to him you went to the appointment and you're not a match. Alternatively, you can actually go to the appointment and tell the doctor that they cannot tell anyone. They will have to respect your wishes due to doctor-patient confidentiality. 1. She is 73, therefore not a good candidate for a transplant based on age alone, doubly so for the smoking. 2. It's your body and no doctor will remove your kidney without consent. I'm surprised any doctor would consider this a viable procedure at all. Don't do shit for others, trust your intuition. Would she do the same shit for you? What if you will need it later? Make it easier on yourself. Go get tested, and while in there tell the doctors you do not want to donate a kidney but your family is forcing you. The doctors will say you're not a match. Issue solved. You have valid reasons to not do it. No is a complete sentence. This comes from someone who will likely need a kidney transplant at some point. Don't be pressured into being a live donor. Yes, you can love with one kidney, but you have to be careful your entire life. You've got no spare capacity after the donation. To be honest, the chance of you matching is quite low anyway. If your father won't take no for an answer, tell the doctor running the test you are facing pressure. They will just report that you weren't a match, whatever the test says. Tell the doctors that you are being tested under duress. It's not their first rodeo. It's my understanding that under those circumstances the person being forced is not a match regardless of what the tests actually say. My dad is on dialysis for almost 4 years, same age as your grandma, and I wouldn't even consider giving him my kidney, and we have a good relationship. Doctors anyway wouldn't accept it that easily because of the age. Tell your dad why you don't want to. End the explanation with "and nothing will change my mind." After that, you can hear him out or end the convo. You don't owe him anything, especially when it comes to your body. Nope. Not appropriate. You are young and have your whole life ahead of you. You need your kidney. Nope. Just say no. Or go consult with the doctor and tell them you are being pressured into doing this and do not want to. If she's a smoker, then I'm not sure she'd even qualify for a transplant, to be frank. While you don't need an excuse, I understand you don't want to hurt him. It's unclear to me whose mother this 73-year-old woman is, your dad or your mom. You can tell him something vague like, "I have talked to my doctor and decided it's not a good idea." Tell him, "Given my family history of kidney disease and my young age, which would mean I'd live most my life with only one kidney, it's not advisable. If I were 73 and needed a kidney, I would refuse to take one from my children or grandchildren. 73 is a good number. I wouldn't want to risk my 23-year-old granddaughter's health so I could live maybe another 10 years. When you go get tested, tell the doctor that you're being pressured by your family and do not want to donate your kidney. Ask for help. This happens all the time with living donor donations, and the transplant team will know how to deal with it. You will likely just be marked as unsuitable because you are, and that's that. Transplant teams do not fuck around with ethics, and if there is even a whiff you aren't willing, they aren't touching your kidney. Under no circumstances can he force you to do this. If he keeps trying, go to our legal advice with this story. The idea of someone in their 70s taking a kidney from someone in their early 20s is really disturbing to me. You hopefully have a very long life ahead of you, and you should not feel pressured to potentially shorten that life for someone who you don't respect or love. As others said, tell the doctor you're being coerced, and they'll say you're not a match. Do not give your kidney to your grandmother, you don't have to. No one can force you to do this. Just say no, and keep saying no. No, she is 73. No is a complete sentence. You are well within your rights to say no. You are not obligated to give part of your body to anyone. Your dad can't force you to donate your kidney. Your body, your choice. Sorry, Granny. Your dad can't force you to give your kidney to anyone. She's, 73. If they force you, tell the nurse doing the test you're doing it under duress and they'll write it up as not a match. Fuck that, tell them all to pound sand. I don't think they're going to give a kidney to a 73-year-old smoker. Waste of a kidney at that age. I am a kidney transplant nurse. We give people lots of therapy in my country before going through with this. The biggest reason is that a lot of the time the transplant will not work even though you are a match. Recovery-wise you will be fine physically and up that day. But mentally it's a lot of pressure. Also, people last of dialysis for many years, so you are not killing her by not doing it. Talk to someone and take your time. Offer to see if you are a match, go to the doctor and tell them you are being coerced. They'll tell your family you aren't a match. He can't force you, it is literally your organ, nobody can legally make you do anything with them. Don't turn this into a debate, please, just tell your dad to fuck off and donate one of his own.